Hi, my name is Dean Venderman, and welcome to my EC&i 834 vlog. I thought I would try to do a little video blog here as a requirement for our class. I looked at the question this week, and it's one that really hits home for me, and it's what are your experiences and perceptions related to your own use of blended learning and/or technology integration in your professional context? And what challenges and opportunities have you experienced? So this one is just an amazing question for me. I've used technology basically since I became a teacher over 20 years ago, even back, that's kind of when the internet started. And right as soon as the internet started, I was jumping in. I really saw the potential even back then to redefine learning, and slowly but surely, especially now, it's really starting to kick in, and I really see the benefits and more people buy in and seeing how powerful it can be. So right now I teach at Archbishop M.C. O'Neill Catholic High School, and I'm mostly teaching math. This semester I got photography. Next semester I'm teaching social studies. And I was lucky enough a couple of years ago to apply for and receive and enter into Regina Catholic Schools Connected Educator program. So what that entailed is applying for and receiving a class set of laptops. So it wasn't just kind of like, here's your laptops, here you go, get at it. You had to say how you use them in the classroom. You had to tell you what kind of lessons you would do. We talked about things like the ISTE standards and how you would do that. And so I was lucky enough to, again, like I said, get my class set of laptops, so I have a one-on-one ratio in here. And it's just allowed me to do a lot more and try to build a more interesting and enriched and robust learning experience for the students. I even do things like I try to use Minecraft in the classroom to engage students in math. I'm trying to do some STEM activities and get coding in there as well. So with the use of the technology and trying to blend my class, I've tried to bring a lot more of the curriculum to life and provide students with more opportunities. I still do, though, believe in old school ideas too. We still use workbooks. And we still also use things like mini whiteboards, which the kids love. And I use this technology with the laptops quite a bit to see student work. But I've also tried things like flexible seating, where students can sit on little stools, move the chairs around. I have some stand-up desks. I really think that we need to try to engage our students more. One thing that I notice a lot is students have changed. We're no longer back in the 80s like I was back in the day. Students learn differently now, whether we like it or not, and I think we have the possibility and the opportunities here with blended environments or online environments to provide students with more enriched and personalized education and differentiated education which the students really need. For example, in my class, I'm not tethered to at the front of the room. I use something called Screen Beam. I'm able to walk around. I have students write down notes. I can sit down beside students and help them individually a lot more. I use programs like Go Formative here, which gives me instant feedback on what students are doing, whether it's a multiple choice test or show your work or audio and that, and I can reply and go with that. If a student has green there, I know they're good to go. They've explored the content and they're that. And if it's red, then I'm like, okay, there's a mistake. Let's celebrate that mistake. Let's learn from it. Let's make it better. Let's enjoy the learning journey in that. So I find this to be a huge go-to. I love using Go Formative and being interactive with my students. Another one that I like to use a lot, another tool, is using OneNote. So I post all my notes up in OneNote, and then students have access to that. They can annotate to it, they can write the notes out, or they can just listen. I try to give them opportunities to learn at where they're at. So they have the notes 24/7, they can even look it on their phone, those type of things. So I use a lot of other ed tech tools as well, like Flipgrid, and I use one other one I really like to use is called Edpuzzle, where you can embed videos in and you can have stoppages in the videos where you get to see what if the students watch the video and answer questions about it. So I like to try to flip a lot of my lessons and spend less time in the front talking and vast majority of my time sitting one beside my students. I usually, because of the opportunities of blended learning, This is where I am, my office, most of the time. So there are still challenges. There's still some naysayers out there. They're getting few and few. When I first started my career, there's a lot of people that even told me maybe I shouldn't use technology as much and all that type of thing. But with my professional learning network on Twitter and even in our division, things are growing. There's more ideas and more people are seeing the benefits of using technology properly and really understanding how to tap kids' energies and engage them in that type of thing, rather than some of the traditional ways that just aren't working for kids anymore. It's really interesting. Sometimes also you have to think about challenges like IT. Does it work with IT? Does that happen? Can you do some of the things that you're going to do? Sometimes it could be funding too, but I'm really lucky with my class set of laptops and that to try to offer a variety of ways to learn. So it's been quite the adventure, and this class is definitely going to help me think through a few things, and definitely think there's a place for blended learning and online learning. I also tell my own kids that they should take online learning, because I really do believe our kids more than ever are going to be lifelong learners, and I think being able to understand how to learn online and in blended opportunities just help students out. They can collaborate more, they can get more help, we can meet them more where they're at, rather than just giving them out information, because they can get that a lot on their phones. That's another topic for another time, phone use and digital citizenship. But thanks for listening, and I appreciate it. Have a good day.